Yo, welcome to the For Collectors channel. I'm your host, Collector Pepino Man. And today I'm going to share with you guys all the stuff that I have bought with my bonus money. Most of you guys know I work for the Dodgers and we got a World Series bonus, a little share. And I allotted myself $1,000, which normally I buy one big card with. But it kind of went in a whole different route this year. And not only that, I kind of doubled that allotment. Kind of doubled what I said I was going to spend. I was only going to allow to spend myself $1,000 or less. Went a little beyond that. And so I'm just going to share with you guys the stuff that I bought for my PC. One of the things that I PC, so I'll show you, hope you can see it, is my unopened packs and stuff. So I started collecting unopened boxes and packs. So I started off, I just got some packs of update, so I buy two because I open one and I keep one for the PC. I was there at the Target, same thing, got two of these, one for the PC and one to open. Same thing with this. This will be, I only bought one and I plan on just hanging this up whenever I finally do my hanger thingy, chingalingy. So I can get some Topps Chrome, another hanger box of Series 2 Topps. Went and I got a Topps update. I got 2 packs of Absolute. They had so many of them. I just bought 2. Maybe same thing, open one, keep one open. I got another box top, so I keep buying these. So what I keep doing is I want to put the set together. I'm close. It's not a very big set, so it's not very hard. And I'll keep buying one, so I'll open the one that I have saved because I already have one saved and I bought another one, so I only need one unopened. So I'll eventually open that one. Also got this. This is like 120, 140, I believe. So let's at least open this one. I planned on opening this one. I wasn't gonna keep this for the PC. So let's see what we get here. So yeah, like I said, guys, this is just stuff that I bought for myself. So I'm sharing with you guys the stuff that I bought. And right now this is just the boxes. So be patient, I'll get to some other stuff. Alright. Let's see what we get. You get one encased buyback autograph card per box. So let's see what we get. I can't see, so if you guys can see, you're seeing it before me. I got a Corbin Carroll 3 out of 10 rookie card autograph. Ciao. He's a fast little vato, eh? Look at them. Nice Corbin Carroll 3 out of 10 buyback rookie card autograph from Allen and Ginter. Sicko. Tickle your pickle. Is this Allen Ginter, right? So nice buyback right there. Shout out to Shoebox Legends. Always think about that when it comes to buybacks. So that's nice. Put that right here for now. Next to Jabba the Hutt. Alright, so that was the box. I have a few more that I bought. I just didn't feel like taking them all out. So one of the rabbit holes I fell into was I saw Mickey Mantle, like a 55 decal, and I started bidding on it. And the way the auctions work, or whatever they are, like after 24 hours that nobody has outbid the last bid, it closes. And I thought I was playing by the rules, and I really wanted this card. That was going to be my only card that I bought, and it got pretty high, but I was like, it's basically free money that I have to spend. Easy money spends fast. So I was willing to pay almost any price. and the bids were getting high up there. And I was like, well, it looks like this is gonna be the only card that I buy. And I didn't win. Like I went to bed at night, so I put a last bid, and the next morning I bid again, and the guy said that the auction had closed, so I lost out on that. So I started looking through that same page, and I entered a couple more auctions. So let me show you one of those that I did win. So let's see how I can open this. Ooh, almost poked myself in the eye. Ah! You gotta love a package in a package. All right, let's open this up. Woo, a little tough. Now you guys get to watch me struggle. I feel like that guy on Napoleon Dynamite when the wife is looking at the man trying to break apart that Tupperware. He's like struggling and he can't. So here we go. Obviously you can see they're graded cards. So this should be two different sets. This was two different auctions that I won from the same dealer. Alrighty. So let me start off with this one right here. All right. Now this, I do believe I got inspired. I wanted this one. I do believe I saw this in a collector's dream. I believe he showed this one, and I wanted it ever since, and I never saw it. And so all these three cards were a package, were one item, so I had to buy all three of them. But the one I really wanted was this Betty Boop as a catcher. All right, look at that. And I totally agree. He says this is a baseball card, right? Obviously, it's a Menko from 1948. Well, I believe it was a candy. All right, but Betty Boop as a catcher. Sicko, right? Tickle your pickle. All right, so one of the other cards from that whole thing was this Mickey Mouse. Also a 1948 Menko. Look who's in the back. Betty Boop holding a bat and Mickey Mouse about to pitch. It's a baseball card, right? Sicko. And it's called the baseball back. But look at that. So that was all, like I said, these three were one lot. And this Popeye. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Boop, boop. I live in a garbage can. Boop, boop. Sicko baseball back. So Popeye Man, when I was a kid, it was one of my favorite shows. I believe on Sunday mornings or Saturday mornings. And there was this guy like on a boat, and he would draw stuff while he was talking, kind of like Bob Ross, and show cartoons and keep drawing while the cartoons are playing. And Popeye was one of those. So sick, man. So yeah, got this lot. All right, that was one lot that I won. And then the second lot were these cards. And these are not graded. But it's, look at all these. And now, you know, YouTube is all about inspiration, or, you know, I don't know if you want to say inspiration or just influence, or, you know, I see things that I didn't know existed, you know, and that's what I like about YouTube, seeing things I didn't know existed. You know, I could care less about the cheesemate channels and news channels. I want to see cards that hit me right here, right away, and I didn't even know were existed. So check out these Bruce Lee cards, all right? Bought this entire lot of Bruce Lee cards, all right? And this is something that I seen Mangini one show, was these vintage Bruce Lee cards. And I was like, what? All right, show you. And these are thick, all right? These cards are kind of thick. They're not thin. Let me pull one of these out. Ooh. The feel appeal of vintage. Look at this. This is a thickie. All right. Thick ass card. That's what the backs look like. Ace of Hearts. Look at Bruce Lee after all. All right. So, yeah. Same thing, man. When I was a kid, Bruce Lee movies were always on the TV. When you were a kid my age, we only had one TV in the house. So whatever my dad was watching, we were watching. And Bruce Lee movies, Godzilla movies, you know, we're always on TV on the weekends. Let me show you that. So this is actually a Bruce Lee. Oh man, his foot just fell off. I found his shoe, but where's his leg? All right, put that back on. This is a Bruce Lee doll that was converted to look like a gangster, but as a stormtrooper gangster. All right. If I posted a video of me and Lumpy like 15 years ago at not 15, like 10 years ago maybe, at Frankensons, and there's this doll is in the background. At the time, this doll I think was like $120, which was way out of my budget, nothing I could afford. So I asked for it for Christmas. So I remember I would go to Frankensons every Saturday to make sure it's still there, or see if it was gone, because I told my wife this is what I wanted for Christmas, and I got it. You know, I was like, hey, if I have two kids who were both working, and my wife, I said, that's what I want for all three of you guys. Just pitch in to buy me this Bruce Lee doll that's been converted into a gangster. Look at the Nike Cortez. Sicko. Levi jeans. All right. So yeah, this is a actual Bruce Lee action figure. All right. All right. All right. So the Bruce Lee cards, man. So each of these lots were a few $100. All right. So let's go on to the next package, see what this one is. And I'm thinking that these are all the cards that I've been buying from Marketplace. I don't think they're from YouTubers. Hopefully not. Just for the purpose of this video, because it's supposed to be stuff that I bought. And it just says thanks again. So let's see which one this is. Okay. Okay, this is a lot of some those playing cards. So you got the Jim Gilliam, Tim McCarver, Claude Osteen, Matty Alou, Gary Peters, Bill Cov, Jim Von Berg, we got Ronald Santo, and Tommy Davis. So just bought this lot. I don't think this one was that much. I don't think I want it for that much, but it'd be cool. You know, I'm a set collector, so I was like, oh, I really have no idea how big this set is, but I was like, hey, it gives me a head start if I ever decide to start that set. And it also had these, which is a Joe Torre 68 and a Tony Gwynn 87 tops. Right? It's kind of an odd lot, right? But an awesome buy nonetheless. So some other things that I added to my collection. And this is another one. Hopefully one of my marketplaces buy. Not marketplace, just Facebook pages. And this is one card. Let's see which one it is. Oh, yes. So this is the autograph of Karen Allen. If you don't know who Karen Allen is, she's from the Indiana Jones movies. And this one, I do believe I got it fairly cheap. At least cheaper than what I think the guy thought it was gonna go for. Like, I remember when I was putting in my last bid, I was like, I don't think I'm gonna bid any higher than that. And no, and then he didn't look back on it. And then the next day, I got the thing that I won. So Sicko autograph, all right, of Karen Allen from Indiana Jones, the mysterious medallion. Sicko, authentic auto, all right. From Raiders of the Lost Ark. Sicko movie. All right. So let's see what the other one is. Okay, so this is Ernie Banks Baseball Thrills, and it wins the MVP award. Ernie Banks sliding in. Let's play 2. Sicko Baseball Thrills of Ernie Banks. I really need to increase my Ernie Banks PC. I think I kind of missed out on buying the rookie card one. I wish I would have bought it a long time ago. And this is a bigger package. And I'm almost trying to remember what exactly it could be, and I really don't remember what else I won. So let's find out together. How is the weather? Do you like wearing leather? Birds have feathers. Was your favorite boxer Floyd Mayweather? Some of these packages are wrapped up really good. Alright. I'm really trying to remember what else was it that I won. And I can't remember, so I'm trying to remember what's in here. Alright. Jeez. Louise. Let's see what we got in here. Alrighty then. So there's a package within a package. Let's open this up. Oh, yes, yes, yes. All right, I remember. I bought this complete set. At least I think it's complete. In binder pages of dogs. All right, so check it out. These were issued by Gallagher. And I love doggies, my donkeys. All right, so yeah, I bought this set of dog cards. So those are the purchases that I made on Marketplace. And I have some packages, but I think these are all from YouTubers, so I'll do that on my personal channel. And so obviously that's not $2,000 worth of cards. It's probably close to more than 1,000. But yesterday I went on a bold move, and I said, because I'm never gonna have free money like this. And I really and I went with my 72 checklist to Burbank sports cards. And this was my 72 tops checklist. And as you can see, so right here, it goes up to 657. And from 657 all the way to like 720, however many cards this set has, I have none. I have no cards except for these two. I only had 691 and 697. But from 657 all the way to 720, I had none of those. So I was like, okay. And this is insane, guys, because I went over there thinking, I'm gonna spend like $500, which is a lot. And no. All right, guys, because what happens is these high number cards, guys, they're no joke. You know, I've gone through the low number cards of 72, 71, 70, and they're dollar cards. All the commons are like $1. Went through the common box of 72, but the high series, all right? And you're talking about each card, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, $10, 10. All right, and I just could keep going. All right, but you know, you get some that are, you know, you get $12 ranges, $15. And don't get me wrong, guys, all these cards, I don't know how Burbank does it, but they're like pack pooled, fresh looking, like all of them. All right. But yes, I had no idea that each of these cards in the high series numbers were going to be this much. All right. So you're talking about every card, $10, $15, $20, every single card. All right. And let me show you. This is how many I bought. And I'm not going to tell you that the whole thing, every single card was like $10, $15. Once I started getting lower to like 500 numbers, you know, then some of them were like $2, $5, you know. But yeah, the total for these was like $1,060. All right, for my 72 set, the high series numbers, series 6 commons, no stars in here, no big stars or like rookie cards or anything, commons, guys. So if you guys don't know now, like people told me, oh, the 72 hard highs numbers are hard to find. Well, they weren't that hard to find. They were hard to buy. When the guy was adding it all up, I remember when he started, and he was like halfway through and the total was over 500. I had a little heart attack. Then it went 600, had another heart attack. Then it hit 700 and I had bypass surgery. And I asked the guys like, hey, is there any chance that you guys will give me a break on these cards if I'm buying so much in bulk? And the guy was like, no, man. He's like, I don't think so. He's we don't really do that anymore. He's I only been here 2 weeks. I really don't know. Maybe you could ask somebody. So then I saw Rob in his office, the owner of Burbank. And I didn't want to disturb him. And I kept walking past his window, like hoping he'd see me or something. And then finally, when that guy totaled it up, I went, I walked by front of his door and I said, hey, excuse me, man, is it possible to ask you a question? He was like, oh, yeah. He was really friendly, really friendly. And I said, hey, man, I'm buying a big lot of cards. And I was like, is there any chance I could get a little break on the price? Taking a page out of baseball collector Mike Monahan, who says never pay sticker. And I have a hard time doing that. I really never bargain. But I asked him. And he's like, yeah, sure. Let me see what you're buying. And he went over there and he saw this. And the guy putting them back together. And he asked the guy like, how much are you over? And he's I'm over 1,000. He's okay, yeah, I'll give you 10%. So basically, I ended up paying like $1,000 for this. The 10% is basically because the total was 1,060, but then after taxes, it's like $100 and over $100 in taxes, and he basically took care of the taxes for me. So this is $1,000 in commons for the 72 set. All right. So I got a lot of these cards. And the thing is that this list would probably have gone all the way down here if I would have written down every number. Because like I said, from 657 to like 740 or whatever many cards the set has, I would have written down every single number. So most of my checklist that I got was from here, and then I got a couple of cards and I said, okay, I'm only going to go up to like 500. I'm not going to go any lower than 400 and look for these, because I was like, I could already tell it was going to be a lot of money. All right, so that is what I spent like $2,000 on for my World Series bonus. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed. Love the hobby and keep collecting baseball cards forever, I said. For Collectors channel out. And let me just add this real quick. I'm just a collector. I'm a hoarder. I love antiques. Went to an antique store and I did get this Goofy Mickey Mouse puzzle. Vintage. And I also picked up this Led Zeppelin album. All right, original album. The record is immaculate. Has the lyrics right there to Stairway to Heaven. So a great album right here. When the Levee Breaks. So bought this album. All right, and so yeah, sweet album I got right there. Oh, all right, so that's what I spent my bonus money on.